The Congressional Hearing on Antisemitism, featuring the presidents of the most prestigious universities in America, shows one thing: America has an anti-Semitism problem. Depending on the context, of course. If you ask the presidents of MIT, Harvard, and the University of Pennsylvania. So let's watch some of the really ridiculous and absurd parts from the hearing.
Does calling for the genocide of Jews violate MIT's code of conduct or rules regarding bullying and harassment? Yes or no?
If targeted at individuals, not making public statements.
It's literally a yes or no question.
Yes or no? Calling for the genocide of Jews does not constitute bullying and harassment?
I have not heard calling for the genocide for Jews on our campus.
But you've heard chants for intifada.
I've heard chants which can be anti-Semitic depending on the context, when calling for the elimination of the Jewish people.
The president of MIT basically says, blah, 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 something, 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 depending on the context, blah, 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 blah. What do you mean by depending on the context? In what context does calling for a Jewish genocide can be okay? Is the Holocaust also okay depending on the context?
Ms. McGill, at Penn, does calling for the genocide of Jews violate Penn's rules or code of conduct? Yes or no?
If the speech turns into conduct, it can be harassment, yes.
I am asking specifically calling for the genocide of Jews. Does that constitute bullying or harassment?
If it is directed and severe or pervasive, it is harassment.
So the answer is yes.
It is a context-dependent decision, Congresswoman.
It's a context-dependent decision. That's your testimony today. Calling for the genocide of Jews is depending upon the context.
Opposing a call for genocide of Jews shouldn't be a difficult or controversial task for anyone. College campuses are always quick to take action against hate speech as long as it's not targeting Jews. But they turn a blind eye when Jews are a target of hate speech. If black people are a target of hate speech, college campuses take action. If the LGBT community is a target of hate speech, they take action. But when Jews are a target of hate speech,
It is a context-dependent decision.
why? Why the hypocrisy? College campuses forgot what is the difference between freedom of speech and the freedom to incite hate and terror. I'm disgusted. These are institutions shaping our future leaders, and they can't take a clear stand against calls for genocide. It's not just wrong, it's a betrayal of their moral duty. This isn't just about Jewish students, it's about what kind of world we want. Do we want to be a society that turns a blind eye to such hate? Or do we want to stand up and say enough is enough? And let's not ignore the facts. Anti-Semitic incidents are at an all-time high. Jews make up 2.4% of the population in America, and yet 60% of hate crimes in America are targeting Jews. We're not just talking numbers. We're talking about real people, real fear. And what do these universities do? Offer weak responses that don't protect anyone. But I'll tell you why they said what they said. It's because they're afraid. They're afraid to take a stand. They're afraid of liberal criticism. On that note, let me take a moment to salute the brave representative for exposing this woke problem. But what the woke people in America and around the world don't understand is that this anti-Semitism problem that they are allowing under their watch will not end with the Jews. It is going to end up ending America if not stopped right now. Anti-Semitism isn't just a threat to the Jewish community. It's a danger to the very heart of America. Because when we let this hate go unchecked, it's not just failing your Jewish brothers and sisters, it's betraying what America stands for: freedom and equality for all. I know many of you watching this feel deeply. Maybe you've experienced this hate. Maybe your friend has. This isn't just a headline. It's literally our lives. We need to demand more. More from our universities, more from our leaders. Share this video, not just as a statement, but as a step towards change. Let's make sure our voices are heard loud and clear.